What the flip is up, YouTube? We're here in another video with the DVS boys. We're about to get devious with these picks. Alright. Marlon Vera versus Pedro Munoz. Interesting fight. I'm kind of more excited for this one than the Marlon Vera versus Henry Cejudo. We all know Henry was gonna pull out. He's always with that dumb shit. Nobody likes Henry. Okay, so for this one, I got Pedro Munoz by decision. I think it's gonna be a good fight. We all know that Vera starts pretty slow in his fights, and that really affected him against the Sandman. So I think it's gonna be the same thing. Don't get me wrong, Pedro Munoz is like not the he doesn't start really fast, but I think he really has this one in the bag. Both are good strikers, don't get me wrong, but I just have it going towards Pedro Munoz side. This random dude that won last Saturday against Mario Bautista, really not hyped for the fight. I was more hyped because Cody was gonna fight on this one, but I got this other dude winning. Neil Magny, Ian Gary. For this one, I got Ian Gary winning. Not because I think Neil Magny is trash, even though he is, because I think they hype him up a little bit too much, like what happened with D-Rod, and we all saw what happened. Ian Gary looks like a good prospect. He looked really good against fuck man, this other motherfucker. Sorry guys. I think he looked real good. Neil Magny, every time you see that when they put him with a top guy, he can't be competitive. He's really not at that level. And I think this is a pretty easy W for Ian Gary. I don't think he's gonna KO him in the first round. Probably second submission. I think it's gonna be a submission. And yeah, I have that one going like that. Then Weili, Amanda Lemos. Weili is gonna win this one. Second round, TKO, flurry of punches, ground and pound, whatever you want to call it. Amanda Lemos ain't really that good. She just got the title shot, so just because, I guess. Weili she's just that good. She's that one type of female that is really good at fighting. We've only seen that a few times with like Nunes, Namajunas, Valentina. Those are the rare type of females that are different from the rest. And Amanda Lemos, it's just that average fighter. And sadly, that's how the majority of the women division is. And I mean, what can you really do? So Weili, second round, flurry of punches. Aljamain Sterling, versus Chango Mali. I got Sterling winning this one. I think he's gonna submit him in the second round. And I'm just going with Sterling, man, because everybody's against him, man. And I think he's a nice dude. He really seems like a nice dude. I think he's a good champion. Just he's had that unfortunate situation where, like, let's say he won the belt by, you know, the grounded knee. So I think they shouldn't give somebody a belt just because of that. Then he beat Piotr by decision, and me personally, I think he won that fight fair and square. Then he fought injured TJ. That's not really on him. That's just more on TJ's dumbass. But I mean, he tried to fight without PEDs, and look what happened. And then he fought Henry Cejudo. People really thought Henry Cejudo was all that. I mean, the dude fought like 3 years ago and really thought he was gonna come back. He's not good, guys. Let's be real. And I just see it going Alcho's way, man. I'm really with him this time, even though I'm not a fan or anything. But I just think the UFC really doesn't believe in O'Malley, because they got Aljo trying to fight really early. So I think they don't really believe in their boy. So I'm gonna go with Aljamain, and yeah, that's me.
Hey, what's up, guys? Now it's my turn. I also just want to say two things about the prelims. I'm kind of anticipating the RoboCop fight. I'm also interested on the Chris Weidman and Brad Tavares fight. Don't get me wrong, I really don't know anything about Chris Weidman besides, you know, him beating Anderson. But I don't know his style really. I know Brad Tavares is a striker, but I don't know at all what to expect. So now for the main card, guys, Chito versus Pedro. Pedro is a really good striker. I think he's really well rounded, and he's just kind of like that tier below being championship level, in my opinion. He's now older, so even just let's put him a little bit lower. But I think he's as well rounded as Marlon Vera. The only thing that kind of like differences them for me is the fact that Chito can, like, he reads you a little bit more, but that's why he's a slow starter, because he's trying to read you the whole fight, trying to read you. And Pedro, you know, he's more regular in that sense, if it makes sense what I'm saying. I will take Pedro by decision or by TKO in the third, or maybe even in the second. So like finish in second or the decision. But yeah, I can see Chito winning this one, but nah. I really don't care about the Mario Bautista bout with Damon Blackshear. I really wanted to see Cody, but it is what it is. Now, Ian versus Neil Magny, the gatekeeper, you know, versus the future. I'm actually pretty surprised that he's a minus 500. I'm probably not seeing everything that I should be seeing from Ian. But I do think he's going to win. The Jeff Neal fight would have been amazing, but I guess it is what it is. Ian, I think he'll get a finish in the third, depending on how the fight starts. I'll see if my opinion changes, but I think Ian will finish Neal pretty soon. And then Weili versus Amanda Lemos. Let's all be real. This is a random ass, stupid ass title shot. Okay, Amanda Lemos was beaten by esta Jessica Andrade super fast. She then beat Yan Xiaonan, and now they're giving her random title shot. She doesn't deserve to fight for the title, but I get what they're doing. They actually need contenders, and instead of making Weili, you know, fight someone that was actually worth it, they just gave her Amanda. It is what it is. You know, I'm taking Weili first or second round TKO, if not KO. Amanda has nothing on her. She's absolute garbage, and I do think that Weili is like if she loses, it's gonna be random, but I'll be proven wrong. And now Aljo versus Sean. I agree with my brother. It's right that whatever it is that they're doing to Aljo, they just don't want him to be a champ. We all know why. We know the circumstances, but I think that Aljo is just a victim of these circumstances, man. Yes, he won his championship the first time by Academy Award, but also he didn't ask to be fucking kneed. He didn't ask to fight a TJ with a fucking broken what the fuck, man, with a broken arm. And you know, he's been trying his best, man. Don't get me wrong, I'm not an Aljo lover or anything, but I think it would be cool to, like, for Aljo just to finish Sean, shut everybody up with, like, him not being the champ, because he actually is, guys. He's good. And then I see a lot of people saying that there's a lot of openings for Sean, like things that Aljo does wrong, where Sean could like hit him with a knee, chin him real quick. I'm all like, okay, if those openings were so big, why didn't Pieter KO him? Why didn't Cejudo KO him? Who are like way better, well-rounded fighters? Isn't like Pieter Yan the greatest boxer in the UFC? Stop with your stupid ass shit and just open your eyes, man. It is what it is. He's the champ for a reason. They showed it to us. Like, don't get me wrong. If it was me, I'd rather have a different champ. But I'm actually real with it. Okay, so that's why I'm taking Aljo's second round submission. I wouldn't be surprised if he just ground and pounds, does a bunch of ground and pound, and he finished the fight that way. But I will actually be surprised if it goes the distance. So yeah, that was me. Those are my picks, and I'll see you guys later.
Hey guys, it's me. So before I go to the main card, I really want to talk about the prelims. Well, two fights in specific. That is, let me go down. So Brad Katona, I'm really rooting for him. I liked his performance in The Ultimate Fighter. I feel that it's going to be a good fight against Cody Gibson. So I really want to see how that happens. But I feel that Brad Katona is going to win this. And for the other one is Chris Weidman versus Brad Tavares. I'm really rooting for Brad Tavares. He's a really good fighter. I've seen his fight since almost 2 years ago, and I really liked how he fights. But yeah, I really don't know a lot about Chris Weidman. I only know about his highlights. But I know that he's a really good fighter, so I feel that that one's going to be a very good one for the prelims. Now going to the main card. Marlon Chito Vera versus Pedro Munoz. I feel that that one's going to be a very good fight. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be really... they're both strikers, so I feel that it's going to be a very good fight. I feel that... Well, I'm rooting for Marlon Chito Vera. I want him to win, and I know he's going to win because he's got the length on him. He has that range. He has that power. Pedro Munoz is really good, but I feel that Chito Vera knows how to pick well his punches, and he's going to pick them off really good. I feel that that he's going to have a third round knockout. That's how I see it going. Then for Blackshear versus Bautista, I feel that that one's going to be... I really don't know that much about both of these guys, but it's bantamweight. Bantamweight is filled with a lot of killers, so I feel that it's going to be a good one. Whoever wins has my respect. If it goes in a very decisive who's better, then I would like to see more of that fighter. I know that Bautista was going to fight Cody Garbrandt. Sadly, we're not getting Cody Garbrandt. I would have loved to see him, but yeah. Then Neil Magny versus Ian Gary. I'm rooting for Ian Gary. I know that he's a lot better than Neil Magny. It's going to be a good fight still. But I feel that it's going to be a dominant fight. I mean, Ian Gary is the future. He knows what he's doing. He's been with Shoot the Box, and I feel that being there and how he's been doing, it's just a good, he's getting better every time. So I feel that that's going to be easy win for Ian Gary. So Ian Gary for the win on there. Second round knockout. I feel that it's going to be like that. Now, Zhang Weili versus Amanda Lemos. I'm rooting for Zhang Weili. I know Zhang Weili is going to win. She's a really good fighter. She is amazing all around. Her striking is impeccable. Her grappling is very good. Amanda Lemos, I know she has that power, but power could only get you so far. That's how I feel. I feel that Zhang Weili is going to stop her in the second round. I feel that Zhang Weili has all the ways to win. That's how I see it. Now, for the main event, Aljamain Sterling versus Sugar Sean O'Malley. I'm going for Sean O'Malley. I know Aljamain Sterling has his grappling, and that has been shown that Sugar is pretty easy to take down, but I've seen that Sugar takes a lot of jiu-jitsu, and he's really good there. So I feel that it's going to be a very competitive fight, and I feel that Sugar is going to knock Aljamain Sterling. He's going to be the second person to knock him out, and I mean, then it's going to be the Sugar show up from then on. So I feel that it's going to be a very good fight. I'm excited to see what happens in all the like this UFC. I really hope that we get a lot of shock, because I would like to be there and I'm like, holy snap, what's going on here? I like that emotion. So yeah, I feel that I hope that it's a good card, an amazing card, because that's what we want from the UFC. So yeah, those are my picks, and well, that's me. You guys stay devious.